So what is the difference between a will and a trust? I'm estate planning attorney Olivia Lee, and I help families plan for their future. And I get this question so many times, so much so that we actually have a brochure on it. Um, but let's go over four differences right now. The first is the time factor. So the will is going to have to go through that probate process, which is usually in Virginia 9 months to 2 years. And that's a long time for beneficiaries to have to wait to get their assets, especially if they're struggling. So the second reason or difference is that the trust is going to cost a lot less to administer. The probate process that the will goes through actually eats up about 3 to 8% of your estate, which can sometimes be tens of thousands of dollars. And a trust plan is so much cheaper to set up than having to go through all of that. The third difference is the control. You have so much more control where your assets go and who takes care of them and how they're administered in a trust versus a will. In a will, you can determine who gets your assets, but once they get those assets, you can't dictate how they spend them or what they do with them. And that might be a big deal if you have kids who are younger and maybe you want them to grow up a little bit before they're given those assets. And the fourth reason is, or difference, is the privacy of the trust versus the will. So a will is going to go on public record at the court. So anybody's going to be able to go and look up your assets and see what actually went through the court system. And a trust is actually completely private. There's nothing that has to go on public record for the most part, and that makes it also really a lot harder to contest as well, which can potentially keep your family out of the courts. So those are the four main differences. And if you have any other questions regarding this, wills versus trusts, or any other estate planning matter, feel free to reach out to me. I am more than happy to answer any questions you might have or help in any way that I can.